Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adeni Adeshina, a UX designer from Lagos, Nigeria. Today I'll be teaching you on how to create a password bar, something like this, how to hide and show your password, how to design a password bar to make your password visible and invisible using Figma tool. So first of all, we are going to create a frame. The frame is over here. We can see the options of the tools we want to use. So this is a frame tool. We'll click on it. We'll click on frame tool. You can see the name frame. What are the frames? We have phone frame, tablet, desktop, but for this tutorial we are using a phone frame. We can use iPhone 14, iPhone Pro, so we don't really need much emphasis on the kind of phone frame we want to use. We are just going to pick one, and I would like us to use Android Small. We've clicked on Android Small. You can see the frame is already out. Let's try to add a kind of graphics on it to make it visual appealing. We can add a background color. If I want to add a background color, I would like to use a plugin called Unsplash. Unsplash plugin. It's very free for you to use, so you can use it to add pictures, colors to your design. So I'm clicking on colorful. We search for the kind of background. I want a dark background. Okay. Let's use this. Oh wow, we already designed. Now we have our background color. Now the next step is for us to design the password bar. So among these among the tools, we are using the rectangle shape. You can all see the tools. We have the frame, the shape tools, drawing tools, we have the text tools, we have the resources, the hand tools, and for comments. So for this one, we are using the shape tools, and let us click on rectangle. You can see the option. You draw the rectangle. We want the rectangle to be as big as the frame. We can try to adjust it here. So let's make the height 40 and the width let's make it 300. Oh, that's great. We can bring it out for now. We are not using it, we are not adding it to the frame now. The next step is for us to format this element. I would like us to change the radius, to make the radius. We don't want it to be sharp radius, we want it to be curved. We want the corner to be curved. So we can use, either we use independent radius. This radius enables you to select the angle you want it to be curved. But this one, once you click on it, you add your figure, it makes everything curve at the same time without wasting our time. So we are not really deliberating on this. Let's just use 10. Now we've created our button. I'd like us to change the color to white. Yeah, change the color to white. One thing I want you to understand is that every element, the property is always on the right hand side. So once you click on the element, you see the properties on the right side. For this element or the property, what you can do to the properties at this right hand side, I want you to take note. Now we have to add the next thing is add our text. That is, what kind of password do you want to add? For these, I'm going to add, let me add contact me for work. This is just the password actually. So the line spacing, let's check the property of this text. You can see the property. Is it bold? Okay, it's bold. Let's manage 14. 14 is okay. The line spacing is 10. If you want to decide to increase the line spacing, that is, you want the letter spacing, you want the letters to be far apart, you can let us use 20. Okay, I think I think we go with 20. 20 is okay. I think 20 is okay. Next thing is let's try to adjust it. Okay, for this rectangle, let's add a stroke. Okay, we've added a stroke. Then effects, let's add an effect. Let's add. Okay, now for the effect, you can see we have the drop down, shadow, layer blur, inner shadow, background blur. So for this one, we need just the drop down shadow. So we've added the drop down shadow. If you want to add more property to it, you can click on it, but we don't need anything of this for now. So we've already make this more appealing as possible. The next thing is we need the second bar. Then we can copy it. Is either we use Ctrl D or we copy and we paste it. So I'm going to be using Ctrl D. It's going to be much easier. I've clicked on Ctrl D. You can see now it's duplicated. It's out. For this one, let's use an hidden password. We can use X. I think X is going to be okay. I want you to know is we have to let the letter to match each other. For this contact for me for work, I think we have 14 letters here, so we have to use the same numbers of letter here. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We're adding 7 more. 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Now this part is ready. The next thing is we have to add our icon, the eyes icon. We can decide to create the icon, but for you to save your time, there's a plugin we can use and it's called Material Design Icon. You click on it. Now you can see the icon here, the icon, the visibility. We bring it out, we drag it out, and for this one too, we also drag it out. Then we can close this. We are putting this here. Okay, we have to make, okay, when you click on this, we put this one here, put this here. So this is the invisible one. When you click on this icon, it becomes invisible and it shows like this. When you click on this, it becomes visible and it shows like this. So let's decide to format it. Let's make it align. Now the two bar are ready. The next thing is let's just group it. Let's group each component. Let's group each element. So if you want to group, is either you highlight it and you use Ctrl G, or you right click and you see the option group selection, or you use Ctrl G. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'll make it as simple as possible. Now we group the two elements we need. The next thing is to group both of them together. You group both of them together. You can see the way I did it. So that you do it like this, or you click on it and use shift. You can see you click on it, use shift to group the second one together. So one thing I want you to notice is that you can see there is nothing here, but when you group it together, you will see an option like this. This option, it says create component. But what we need to create a component set. So what you do is you click on this arrow. You can see this arrow. You click on it. It brings an option: create component, create multiple components, create component set. So this is what you click. You click on create component set. Now you can see. Let's try to rename it. Password bar. One thing I want you to notice is that when you are designing on Figma, the property is always shown at the layer part. Now we are done with creating the component set. So what you do next is with prototype. You click on, you can see design, prototype, and express. So what you need is you click on prototype. So in this prototype, you double click on this. You can see this plus sign. Once you see this plus sign, you click on it and you drag, you send it to this. Now this is the property, interaction details. You can see interaction details. It says on tap. So when you click on this, on top. When you tap it, it's changed to group 2. Then you change the animation. How do you want it to go? How do you want it to come out? What we just need is we want it to be instant. You leave it as instant. Then this one as well, bring it back to this as well. The same property on top, change to, you can see, instant as well. You leave it as instant. Now we are done with the prototyping. Next thing is you click on assets. Now you see how it is on the assets panel. Now you click on it, you drag and you drop it on the frame. You can see how it looks like. Let's go back to design, the property, and let's make it at the center. I think it can be like this. Yes, it's at the center right now. Now we are done with this design. Now let's try to test it. Yeah, you can see the password bar here. Let's click on, let's hide it. Wow, you can see how it works. So that's all about creating a password bar with visible and invisible option. Thank you very much for watching, and I want you to subscribe, like and share this tutorial. And the reason why you're subscribing is for my next tutorial class, so that you can also get the notification as soon as I upload it. So thank you very much.